Welcome to Gamereactor Live. As you could see from that little splash screen earlier, we are going to be taking a look at Gran Turismo 6 and Forza Motorsport 5 in this edition. And I'm therefore joined by Thomas Blichfeldt, our resident in-game driver.
Yes, somehow I've taken that role upon myself, but I enjoy it, so it's cool with me.
Yes, yep. And I'll just be firing off questions. So you can educate me as well as our viewers about these games.
Well, but I'll try, but give me a break here.
No. The pressure is on. We're going to start with Gran Turismo 6, since that is the game that you have actually reviewed.
Yeah. And I think also for later reference, we should say I haven't even touched Forza 5 yet, which was partly on purpose because of course, I've played the Forza Motorsport series before and really liked them, but I didn't want a new game, next-gen game, to influence my view on a current-gen game, which is Gran Turismo 6. So when you will see me playing Forza Motorsport 5 later, that will actually be my very first go at the game.
Yeah. So not exactly an even coverage, but
that's true.
We'll give it a go.
Yeah.
So let's just start up Gran Turismo 6 and go through the intro movie. Very stylish.
Oh yeah.
And while we do that, maybe you can refresh our memory about the history of the Gran Turismo series.
Yeah, so the new game celebrates 15 years of Gran Turismo. And of course, Gran Turismo was kind of the series that came out of nowhere on the original. I don't know what's going on.
The TV, the HDMI on the TV is acting.
So I'll just keep talking. Yeah. But it kind of came out of nowhere on the PS1, where it all started, and just blew everything away that was console racing on consoles at that point in time. With insane amounts of cars and detail and everything. And also it was done by a studio that up to that point had only done like Mario Kart-ish cartoon racers and other sorts of games. So no one really knew that Polyphony was this amazing developer able to really cram everything out of the PS1.
And Gran Turismo 6 is coming out on the 15-year anniversary of the first game.
Yeah.
Kasunori Yamauchi,
exactly.
The man, the legend.
He is an amazing guy and a really good interview, so hopefully I will get time to talk to him again at some point in time. But yeah, as you will see later on, this really is a game that still builds on the basics that were started with the PS1 game. So.
Yeah. And I mean, the subheader of the game is the real car driving simulator.
Yes, and that.
So right on the box, they're setting out what they want to achieve.
Yeah, I think definitely that has become more of a tagline than a true statement for them. But that's a discussion we'll probably get into later.
Yeah. Okay, this is getting too long.
Very stylish,
they're playing around with fabrics and stuff. We want to play a computer game.
Okay, so I should just carry on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very nicely filmed, though.
Yeah, and again, production values never really been a problem for the GT series. Should also say that we are starting completely from scratch.
Yes, because this is our Gamereactor Live user. So we're gonna give you, because we're gonna start Motorsport 5 from scratch.
Yeah.
We'll show you the start of Gran Turismo 6 as well.
Oh yeah. And also, for those of you who might already have played the game or read our review, this is the game with the newest patch installed.
Yes, that we just got.
So. Yeah. So nothing should be missing, and yeah, my review was written before the newest patch, so that has been updated as well. Where is that's R2? Okay, so what?
Just GR. And then live.
You're so smart.
Yeah.
And original.
I'm consistent. So it's GR live!
Live! Yes. Brands Hatch, amazing track.
Yeah, so it throws us directly into a warm-up kind of tutorial lab.
Which is already an improvement on previous GT games or Gran Turismo games, because you're not met with instant menus anymore.
Yeah.
But actually get to do some racing. And again, it's a technique that has been used in other racing games before this, but it works.
Yeah. And just to remind everybody again, this is Gamereactor Live. We're starting with Gran Turismo 6 on the PS3, since it's not a next-gen game for some reason. Then, after an hour in, we'll be moving on to Forza Motorsport 5 on the Xbox One.
Man, I overshot that.
Where you will be getting your final first hands-on with that particular title.
Yeah, I shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone that I've actually considered a lot of times just buying the Xbox One now, imported, only to play Forza Motorsports, because I've really spent a lot of hours on all the previous games in the series, and have so far enjoyed them immensely.
Yeah, and especially with the latest rumors popping up about yet another delay on the Xbox.
Come on.
If you want to play Forza Motorsport 5, you should import it, because by the
Seems
time
like
we get an Xbox One over here, it'll be Forza Motorsport 6.
Yeah, again, that's a whole nother discussion, but it really makes you think what the plans are for the Scandinavian countries as it regards to Xbox One. Enough with all these tutorials.
Treating you like a beginner?
How rude.
What car are you in right now?
Actually...
Show us another view.
2 seconds. Not directly in the corner.
Multitask.
Oh! Way too much speed into that corner.
Ah.
That's a Renault Clio, I believe.
Yep. That's what it says on the box. And it is a box.
It's a nice car though, for a small hatchback. That's a really nice car. Pretty quick as well.
Not to sound like a smartass or something, but maybe you should be reading the little hints by the looks of your current
Shut up.
driving.
Pretty kick-ass. I only really fault at one corner, I believe.
Nice work.
Yeah, I think we should just repeat this race for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, that could be an interesting hour.
No. Okay, so from here on out, we go into something that kind of surprised me. Of course, you get all the menus and everything.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can actually. So when I started playing the game...
Yeah, for your review.
Yeah, for my review. And I'll just pick the same one. Isn't it? I picked this car. Now imagine you've just gone out and bought a new racing game, right? And you really, I mean, you don't necessarily want to be a F1 racer or anything, but you want some excitement.
Yeah,
and
you want to put the pedal to the metal,
yes.
You want to get your gas on.
And I get the whole idea about that this is a game that also wants to
progress you into...
Yeah, but also learn you about what taking a proper corner is, and I commend that and everything, but starting out in a Honda Fit RS10.
Okay.
I mean...
And how long until you progress to the next
we should be able to progress to it, I would say within 20 minutes or so, half an hour maybe. It might be just be my timing that's off, but still it is kind of a letdown. I remember in the previous Forza Motorsport series, the first car you got was Fiat 500 Abarth, which is a top-tuned version of that. And it still gave you all the techniques and everything, and didn't make you come off as a soccer mom from the start.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not a game-breaking thing or anything. It's just I found it kind of strange.
Maybe you want to touch upon a little bit about how you unlock cars in this game.
Yeah, you're completely right. So what you see here is stars required. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
You get started from winning races and positions and everything, and you unlock more and more races.
Yeah, and you currently have 0 of 24, and that's in this class. I
That's
guess.
in this class, yes, exactly. And you can see down there, I get to take these tests that qualify me for the next league.
Yeah.
And right now I have none, but I need 15 stars to just be able to qualify for it.
Yeah, okay. And then if you get stuck in the next class, you can go back and get the first one to 24 in order.
You can do that, and you can pretty much grind as much as you want in the game if you just
but
want.
you don't need to unlock everything.
No,
in
no,
one
no,
class
no,
to
no,
get to the next.
no.
That's good.
Yeah. And also, what you see here is a coffee break challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. So throughout the whole game, you will get these small challenges and you know, just off races, and you'll be invited to all sorts of races. And just the way that they have put them out here, so they're actually manageable compared to the previous games, where suddenly you were just presented with some kind of strange race. Now you're able to choose them yourself. So if you want some sort of break, or if you want to take
do something wacky and
yes,
fun.
that's the way you do it, and it's much more manageable. But I guess we should get going on first race. Again, I just want you to notice something. Okay, so I push novice, right?
Yep.
Choose a race.
Yep.
Choose a race
Choose
again.
the track. Yes.
I want to race.
Yes. You press enter the
Starts
race. Let's play.
Loading. Yep. I believe the game uses a technique that when you race a track the first time, it actually installs some of the data on the hard drive.
Okay.
So the first time around, it will be a bit longer about getting you to the race.
Okay.
Okay, so I've already pushed all these buttons, indicated that I want to race.
Yeah, there's a regular trend towards you wanting to race.
Race in a car game.
Yes.
So I need to see this menu. Why?
I mean, you need to see the track conditions and the weather. And
which couldn't just be there when I load. Okay, so I push again.
Yes.
Nope, it hasn't loaded the track yet. So why?
Oh. Okay.
Again, menus never been a strong point of the Gran Turismo series, but okay, we'll let that slide.
They have the shotgun approach towards menus.
Yeah, that's true. And
some of them are better than others.
With that being said, it is far better this time around than in Gran Turismo 5. So this is me in my soccer mom car, trying to race.
All the cars accelerating at the exact same speed.
Apparently so. Try.
Oh, you dirty sport.
Again, if you noticed, and some will argue this, but if you noticed, it sure seemed like the other car didn't even realize I was on the track.
No. No, he just followed his line and
again.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be.
So you're implying that the AI of the opposite cars is lackluster?
Lackluster is a very nice way of putting it. And
I'm a nice guy.
And I feel like right now it just seems like we've started up the game just to, you know, trash it. And I don't mean to do that, but the AI is extremely bad in this game. It sure seems like they're just following a line. Try outbreaking. Didn't do that.
I definitely seem to be blocking you off there.
Yeah, the AI probably not one of the really good points of the game, and if you want proper competition, definitely go online to race with your friends or people you meet online.
Yeah. How big was the installation?
Of the game itself?
Yeah. Do you remember?
Not very big. I don't remember how big.
No, it can't be that big because I just put it in like an hour before we started, and we started in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it got the update as well. So.
Yeah. Actually, I don't remember at all. It must be said though that after I had reviewed the game and the first couple of patches was released, I had to download 1.5 gigabytes. Yeah. Which is a proper patch.
Yeah, but still, that's reasonable.
Yeah. And also it's not the kind of patch where you just sit wondering what the hell did it provide to the game. It actually updated some of the things I critiqued in my review, which is very nice to see.
Yeah. And with that, you take first place.
Oh yes.
Let's see if you can keep it. Now, which viewpoint do you prefer? Outside the car, inside the car?
It's sort of weird because when I play with the controller, I usually play like this, which kind of makes it seem like it's a radio control car.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you more of the third person.
Yeah, it's basically a thing with me about the perspective of. I get a better perspective of the track.
Yeah.
But these sorts of games should definitely be played with a wheel. And when I play with a wheel, I see it from inside the car.
Yeah.
Actually, from the wheelbase itself, I'll try to find that viewpoint.
And we start off on our trophy run.
Mm-hmm. So credits, of course, with which you are able to buy both upgrades and new cars.
Yes. And credits is purely in-game currency, or can you buy credits outside of the game?
There is microtransactions in the game, and they are almost as insane as pretty much every other game currently on the market. But the thing is, there are certain races that you can grind, if you want to call that, and make up credits pretty fast. So I haven't found it necessary yet to invest with extra money.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm finished with the race, right?
Yep.
I wonder why I'm not already just in the main menu, but that's how it is.
The tutorial is still
yeah,
on.
Of course. But okay. So the first button isn't go back. The first button is retry. So if you're just really fast, you just push retry and you're racing again. Stupid. Nope.
Well, it's not stupid if you want to get right back to the ground because you lost.
True.
I guess you haven't had that problem.
It's not really a problem of mine. I can't really identify with that. But okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yes, exit right on the opposite end there.
Which isn't even viewable on the standard menu.
I have to say loading times are not that bad.
No, there are definitely some races that the first time you load them, you will have to wait. I mean, I've timed one of the races, and that was 1 minute. But again, I mean, it's definitely manageable.
Yeah.
Again, we go through the whole menu insanity here.
Mm-hmm. Autumn Ring Mini.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the starting grid.
Yeah, because we can't race yet, so let's do that.
So we get 4,120 credits if we win this. How much is the car that we would like to buy?
Well, if we're talking Ferraris or Porsches.
No, I mean like
from I would say from 50,000 credits and upwards, we start being able to buy some more fun car. But the game, of course, also uses this point system where every race is points locked. So you can't just choose a Ferrari and race with, you know, smaller hatchbacks or older cars or anything.
And you need to race with cars in your class.
Yeah. Almost all the races have certain goals that have to be met before you can race them. So, for instance, some races will be locked to cars from the 70s, while others will be raced to front-wheel based cars and everything.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Again, a pretty standard thing for the genre, but it works. Okay. Oh.
Have you tried the game with the wheel?
Yeah, I usually play it with the G27, I believe it's called, from Logitech.
Yeah.
And it's a far better experience. I mean, it's still not what I would call a simulator or anything, and I don't really believe that that's what Gran Turismo is going for anymore.
No, but for that also you need the hydraulic seat with the TV.
Well, that's taking it to an extreme, but there's definitely better simulations on the PC. But again, that's not really anything I think you can criticize the Gran Turismo series for anymore.
Yeah. Quick question about the microtransactions. Do you buy credits or do you buy cars with microtransactions?
Buy credits.
Buy credits,
Yeah.
and then okay.
Packs of credits, I believe. Again, it's not something that I have used myself.
No. But do you have an idea of general price?
I don't, but I know that we have a new story on the site where it explains all the packs in detail. So you should be able to find it.
So check that out on the Gamereactor site.
Yep. And again, I think it's important to say that there's been a lot of critique, as there is about all games that use microtransactions. There's also been a lot of critique of Gran Turismo 6. And I really don't think that that's one of the points people should focus on, because, as I said, I haven't been faced with a situation yet where, you know, I couldn't progress to the race I really wanted to race because I didn't have the proper car, or because it was completely impossible for me to earn the credits that was needed for me to progress. Yeah. So
because I mean everybody has the idea of microtransaction has a certain stink around them. But I think definitely. It's just a matter of implementation. If you can, within reason, grind yourself through the game, and for a game that you're paying full price, it should be easier than way easier than for a free-to-play game.
Yeah, and also I mean.
But if you just want to go home and you just want that Ferrari and you're gonna play the game for half an hour and leave it for 3 weeks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I've never really been able to see the bad thing about microtransactions as long as they're properly included in the game. Yeah.
Although I just miss cheat codes.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, cheat codes pretty much been replaced by microtransactions.
So we're already up to 21,000 credits.
Yeah.
On our way.
And I think we should just go for as fast as we can to the next license. Yeah. So just grind some stars, some credits.
We'll take a coffee break in between as well.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's not be silly here.
Next track up, Brands Hatch Circuit.
Amazing circuit. I mean, it's just one of the best. That and Spa and Silverstone is definitely some of my favorites. Nürburgring, of course. And also the music in this game.
Yeah.
Is like proper 80s kind of 90s elevator music. Just, you know, horrible guitars and just more jingles than proper music. It's so bad, it's almost amazing.
It kind of, I mean, I haven't heard a lot of them, but what I've heard so far kind of reminds me of Burnout 2.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. Come on with a power ballad.
Yeah. Burnout 2, that was a good game.
Quite far from a simulation, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's still kind of fun that you mention it, because some people, when you criticize a game like Gran Turismo, you immediately get you know.
Yeah, well, why don't you go play your Burnout?
Yeah, and just you only like the arcade racers and everything, and I mean, until the day where our readers can log in via like a neural link and actually like feel what I feel when playing a game like this and enjoy some of my experience. I guess that's the sort of thing we'll just have to live with. Oh,
yeah, you see, in Need for Speed, you would have just drifted there.
Yeah. Just pulled the handbrake, drifted through. I might not make first place in this race, actually.
They're quite ahead of you.
Huh?
They're quite ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Just started lap 2, position 4. You might make it.
Me and my Honda can do amazing things together.
Now, there's not a lot of damage modeling.
No.
For when you...
And even the damage modeling that is in the game is not used properly, I would say. I mean, it's still, and this will definitely raise the ire of some people, but it still at times feel like a pinball machine. Where you don't really get punished for crashing your car, even though you're going with like 300 kilometers an hour. I mean, you saw in the very first race that I crashed the car a couple of times.
Yep. I noticed.
Yeah. He doesn't know how to play because he only plays arcade racers. Second place. It's terrible.
Yeah, you're not gonna make that.
The menu might actually come in handy now. No, let's just go for the next race.
Yeah, we could get, what, 3 stars out of this?
Yeah, we'll still get 2.
And it just runs on full stars, no half stars, or what?
No, just full stars. Again, let's not get crazy here. Silver.
Yeah, 2 out of 3. Ain't bad.
Ain't good. But we want that next car and that next license.
We have a question in the chat asking us which type of cars we drive in real life.
I would like to say like a Nissan GTR, like our Swedish editor, or just something even more insane like a Ferrari or Mercedes SLR.
Yes, would you say that?
Mercedes SLR. No, I'm actually driving like a proper family car, Toyota Avensis.
Yeah, I drive a train. I sit on it while it's driven.
No, you actually drive it yourself.
Do they drive trains?
Well,
they
depends on. Run. I think so.
I take the train.
But I would like to. Like a lot of other people, one of my dreams is to fully, repair my own old classic car as soon as I get the space for it and the money.
But that's what video games are for.
No, I mean, I have a lot of projects like that, but again, come on. But I really see myself someday repairing like an old Mustang or something like that.
Yeah, better hurry up before they run out of gasoline.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll repair it, but I'll
Wait, you're racing Van Damme, and he's in last place?
Yeah, that does make sense.
Must be
I mean, how can you call this a proper simulator, huh?
Probably just doing splits or something.
Watching Bloodsport again. It's way too fast into this corner. Outbreak.
And he takes it on the inside.
Oh, yes.
Of course, there's a Japanese driver in first place.
It's kind of racist. Ouch.
Now, talking graphics. This is, some would say, the swan song of the PS3.
Oh, yeah.
Others say it still has 2 or 3 years left in it for development. Carmack just commented that there's a lot of power left in the current gen.
Yeah, well, that's Carmack. And I believe he would be able to do something completely insane.
Sure.
But he's like, there's only one Carmack in the world.
Exactly. But, I mean, they're squeezing out everything they can here out of the PS3. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would. Again, I'm not a tech guy. I can't say it from a technical perspective, but it's very clear that it's a game that's using a lot of the same techniques as the previous GT game, GT5, and it is a good-looking game. For some reason, I've always found the GT games, especially 5 and 6, to look like a bit too clean and a bit too flat.
Yeah. I have to say it has a little bit of that uncanny valley effect.
Yeah.
On the cars because they look too pristine and.
That might be it. I've not really been able to define it, but that being said, I mean that's like one of the only critiques I have of the game, because I really believe that it is now impossible to have a car game that looks far better than this on the PlayStation 3 hardware.
Yeah.
This will be another second place. What's going on?
Really like the sky as well, and I saw that they have like actual star maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the night sky and stuff like
that.
Which is a nice little detail.
Yeah. I maybe should use a couple of credits, or if I wanted to ace everything, I probably should use a couple of credits to upgrade the car. But I will save the credits for the next
car.
game. Yeah, or the next car.
Yeah.
Exactly. And again, don't be discouraged by the amount of credits we get from these races. These are the first races in the game.
Yeah, of course. You get more and more the higher level you get.
Yes. Master of the second place.
Willow Springs International.
Oh yes. But definitely, if some of you want to go out and really enjoy everything that is GT6, consider going for a proper wheel. I mean, there's a lot of really good wheels for the PlayStation 3, since it pretty much accepts everything.
Have they come out with any details about which wheels will also be compatible with the PS4?
I don't believe so. I might be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, because I've heard about some wheels that are not going to be compatible with the PS4, so it would be...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay.
There was one Logitech one, but yeah, it's just make sure that you check that out before you buy a wheel, so that if you're going to upgrade to the PS4, that you don't also need to buy another wheel afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's true. Also, before that becomes really, something that you should consider, there should probably be a proper car game on the PS4.
Yeah, I mean,
but I actually
that's the thing, because the GT6 is coming out on the PS3.
Yeah.
PS4 looks a little bit starved, especially since they delayed Drive Club.
Yeah, that's true. I
mean, the Crew is coming out Q2, I think, or is it?
Yeah, I can't remember. No. I must admit, I can't remember. It might actually be Q1.
Yeah. I mean, that would be reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been great for several reasons, of course, if the PS4 had supported PS3 games. I mean,
yeah, from the start. Of course, they're gonna try to work it in with their Gaikai backend.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens there.
And
they said from the start that they were gonna try to do it.
Yeah.
Gonna aim to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, with Sony, a lot of the time when they say they're going to do something, it's kind of...
Yeah, but just, I mean, you pointed it out exactly, because just the thing that they said they were going to try it is far more realistic than previous statements from Sony, right?
Yeah.
It really seems like they're doing...
And it's also one of the reasons why they got such overwhelming positive feedback, because they weren't being infallible. They were like,
no,
I mean,
they're being pretty realistic.
This is something we really want to do, and it's going to be great if we can do it.
Yeah.
And while their opposition, Microsoft, was, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And they made some mistakes with what they focused on there.
Yeah.
I've said it from the start, if they would have just left disc-based games alone but kept the same policy for digital games, they would have been fine.
What do you mean?
Because they were trying to lock down disc-based games for the Xbox One.
Oh yeah.
So that you could only use it for your one account.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's never going to happen. Not in the US.
One of the things that graphically I think they have really improved in this game is the lighting system. They use a lot of HDR lighting, I believe it's called. Yeah.
A high dynamic range.
Yeah, high dynamic.
Although I have to say, I don't know, the shadows look a little bit off. But
yeah, they look kind of flat, but give me 2 seconds, I'll be racing towards the sun, and it is kind of, exaggerated.
Yeah, Benki in the chat is letting us know that the Crew is sometime after March 31.
Okay.
So, Q1. Well. But it's probably going to be summer or later.
Benki, you the man.
Is this a real track that we're driving on, Willow Springs? Or is it made for the game?
I think it's just made up, but that's probably the sort of detail I should know. My track knowledge is pretty much based on Formula 1.
Oh, that looks nice though.
Yeah, it does. So any track that hasn't been part of the Formula 1 program,
That's outside of your range.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, some of them.
But I mean, they usually have licensed tracks, and they base them off real tracks and measure them out in every detail.
Oh.
Keep it together. We don't want another second place.
It's the pressure.
Can you check the rear view? Is that a... Yeah. Ooh, right on your ass.
Yeah, and they're faster than me on the straights.
Knock him out.
No. First place.
First place.
Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, this is not a car that I could imagine would suit any kind of race. I mean, it's not good in the corners. It's certainly not good on the straights.
Oh, but, a trophy.
Nick would be so proud. Okay, I think we have more than 15 stars right now, right?
Probably.
Yeah. How long was that? Was that 20 minutes?
We're 37 minutes in, so...
Okay, so
like 27 minutes. It took us 10 minutes to get into the game.
Okay, so not that far off.
But how about... Yeah, we have 13 stars. How about we take a coffee break? Or you don't get a star for that?
No, I don't think so.
No, just a little trophy.
Yeah.
Let's check it out. Let's get silly.
Let's get silly. I'm really against the clock to try and knock out.
Oh, and we get a Roadster. 2007 Roadster even.
Sweet. I just need to knock over 300 cones. It's so strange because this is actually one of the silly races I haven't tried, and it's the very first one in the game.
Gran Turismo Arena.
Dun, dun, dun.
So target time, 21 seconds to knock down 300 cones.
Sure. Let me use the handbrake on the O button.
So, oh, a massive failure.
No, that was me pulling the handbrake, dude.
Yeah, but you missed the cones.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh, and here is Lee.
So,
you have something to say?
Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's get you some
We've
audio.
got an extra copy.
Oh, extra copy of the
Gran
game.
Turismo
I'll take
6.
that. I'll take that home. I need two.
Oh, you need to?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I was thinking we could give it away to like some of the
You know
in the
what?
chat, you know. But then again, I mean, if you want
I need two.
Yeah.
I think I'll
you
take a hold of this
Okay.
and we'll give it to a lucky viewer.
Yeah.
Thanks for
have
that.
fun.
Thank you. Oh, this is bad.
Should have put on the Santa Claus hat for that. Lee, next time, Santa Claus hat.
Oh yeah.
And so with that, we have a prize to give away. I thought we were
Sweet.
going to be dry, but we'll figure out a method of winning.
Yeah, if nothing. Oh man, I'm
You're
messing
getting
this up.
beaten by your own ghost. That failed.
Yes, that's actually true. You want to give this a go? Because
Oh Lord.
I certainly am
What's the
messing
gas
up.
pedal again?
And handbrake is circle button, if you want to use that.
Yep. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Obviously, the reason why I'm not beat, I can't beat this challenge is because I'm more into precision racing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
So
I'm more arcadey, so I guess that's
that should actually work for you in this.
yeah. The handbrake really locks it down.
Yep. Handbrakes tend to do that.
No, but I mean, usually when you let it go, you have a little...
All right,
Well,
we'll just...
bronze.
Didn't I get silver? No? Oh, more credits. Yeah, I was going to say, if nothing else regarding the price, I should be able to come up with some sort of Formula 1 question.
Oh, okay.
And I know you do love those. So.
Yes, I wait with bated breath.
Okay, so novice championship.
We need to get a...
We had 13, right?
Yeah.
So we just need 2 more, and instead of doing all 3 races, we will just go for...
Yeah, for an easy 2. No.
No?
Have to enter the championship first.
Okay.
We could go back and get first place in those 2 races that you
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just go for all 3.
This.
Brands Hatch, you can never get enough
racing. Nice chance to
on.
show up the championship feature again. But that basically means you just race the 3 tracks.
Yes. This championship does, at least, yeah. Later on, there are more like proper championships that you'll be able to race with far more laps and stuff like that. As those of you who followed the stream from the start know, we haven't done anything to affect the handling in the game, even though oh man, that looked messed up. Even though as I recommended in my review, definitely think about turning traction control off in the game, and also some of the other aids, because the game from the start has a tendency to kind of mess up its own driving physics, I would say. Mm-hmm. Some would, of course, argue that they are already messed up from the start and can't really be undone, whilst others say that these are the most realistic of their kind. I would just go as far as to say that definitely turn traction control off and experiment with some of the other aids to find your way of tackling the game. It makes it a far more enjoyable game, especially if you're racing with the wheel.
So in order to get the 3 stars, you need to win all 3 races.
No, it's I believe it's 3 stars per race.
Oh, reigning stars.
Yes. Again, I'm only in 4th.
What? Can't believe you were criticizing the music earlier.
What the hell was I talking about? This dance that the car does. Oh!
I love it that you're dressed as the stick.
Yeah.
Like in full race suit and a Hyundai Fit.
Did you know I secretly worked for Top Gear? In real life?
Which is funny because the other game that we're going to be playing in about 15-16 minutes, Forza Motorsport 5 has a cooperation with Top Gear.
Yeah. And again, I haven't played the new one, but in previous games that made for some really awesome content. I mean, of course you have to be...
Yeah, because they're always funny. I mean, you have to be a fan of Top Gear, obviously, but if that's your deal, it's...
Yeah, and I would go as far as to say that if you're into cars, chances are pretty good you're into Top Gear as well. So we needed 2 stars, right?
Yeah.
That, of course, was what I went for here.
Yeah, obviously. You're a precision driver.
Precision driver, exactly.
Yeah, exactly what we needed.
Yep.
And that's it.
So here it actually has the 2, race number 2.
Okay.
That's at least a good point.
And the exit is right on the screen.
Yes. I hope I get to keep my stars.
Oh yeah.
So. If not, we'll tune this car and we'll go for some of the previous races. Yeah. Okay.
And so now you have to take a test to get a National B license.
Yeah. So answer me this.
Yes.
I've just completed a couple of races where I just completed a couple of races. I had a tutorial first, right?
Yep.
To win these races, I need to know how to corner. I need to know how to use the brake pedal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
So why?
You didn't quite display. No, I'm not gonna.
Shut up. So why do I need an extensive tutorial in all these aspects to get my license?
Because it's a driver's license. Test.
Yes.
You can know how to drive, but when you go take a driver's license, you still need to.
Again,
It's a simulation. They don't just toss you the keys like in an arcade racer.
That's true. It's probably just me playing a lot of arcade races. I mean, for a long time I thought it was Burnout 15. So.
Mm. Although I can understand if they keep showing you on the screen.
Yeah, they do
tutorials what to do.
They don't do this in the license tests.
Yeah.
But for me, it seemed kind of like, you know, a moot point that I shouldn't be doing this again, proving my skills. With that being said, some of the later license tests are actually both pretty funny and also quite challenging.
Okay.
What,
this is just a straight up drag race?
No, this is a braking challenge, I believe.
Ah, okay.
So at 5 meters. Oh shit!
Oh! Overshot. Retry.
Yeah. Again, the use of lighting here, while it does seem like a bit exaggerated,
yeah,
it does look really good. That's a nice car.
What is that? Mito?
Yeah. Boop.
Gold. Drop the beat.
Again, I would definitely have liked, you know, just a shortcut to the next challenge, because
I'm sure there's a microtransaction for that.
you need to pay for this, sucker.
I mean, in some countries, that's how you do get a driver's license.
I wouldn't be able to say. By microtransactions?
Straight
like for,
up cash.
Yeah, no. Microtransactions, like for a year. Now for some steering practice. First up, try assembly. Blah, 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 blah. When Gran Turismo...
And here's loading the track.
Yeah, when Gran Turismo eventually makes its debut on the PlayStation 4, the loading times is definitely something I look forward to, hopefully being completely eliminated.
Yeah.
That will be...
Have they confirmed that yet?
No, they haven't, but I mean, it's Gran Turismo, it's PlayStation, it's meant to happen. Yeah. Match made in heaven. Come on, car.
Whoa, I thought you were getting access to a higher caliber of cars.
Yeah.
Instead they gave you a lawnmower.
It actually sounds like a lawnmower. Yeah.
Straight up gold. That took shorter than the loading time.
Yep. And next challenge? No. Let's hope that's something that they patch into the game very, very, very soon.
Yeah.
Should be pretty simple, I think.
So, Silverstone National Circuit.
One of the best tracks in the world.
B3. What were we testing here? We've done braking, basic cornering.
Actually, I just push, carry on,
Just
because
go.
yeah, because I can read the text while the game loads. So this is the fastest way.
So high-speed cornering.
Yes. It may seem a fairly gentle curve at first, but the speed of entry on this type of corner makes it easy to go off track. Remember.
I mean, you might actually learn something here.
Yeah.
Because you've been going off track.
That's true. These tutorials are actually meant for me. One other reason you should definitely consider a wheel for this game.
Yep.
DualShock 3, not meant for racing games. Just the fact that as standard, your speeder is actually on the right analog stick instead of the bump, or instead of the buttons down here. I would never use the buttons down here for a racing game on the PlayStation 3, but on Xbox, that's just standard.
Yeah.
I think that says something about Polyphony's realization of the limitations of the DualShock 3. Silver?
Yeah.
They are way too spongy, these. You need some resistance.
Yeah. Because you slide off.
Yeah.
I mean, the button that you're holding the most gets slippery and you slide off. That's
which will be interesting to see when we switch to the Xbox One, because again, I haven't tried a racing game on that.
Yeah.
But I really liked, as racing games and controllers go, I really like the 360 controller for racing games.
By the look of things, we'll just be able to finish this driver's license.
Yeah.
And then switch to Forza.
Yeah.
And for those of you just joining, this is Gamereactor Live. We're taking a look at Gran Turismo 6.
Oh yes.
And we'll be moving on to Forza Motorsport 5 on the Xbox One.
And I want to make it completely clear for everyone, we are not doing some sort of stupid comparison.
No, it's not a versus.
It's nothing about that. It's just us enjoying two really great car games.
Exactly. And
enjoying two car games. I gave this a 6, so I can't really call it really great.
Yes, and on that note, we should be clear that Thomas has played through Gran Turismo 6 and reviewed it.
Not through it.
Well,
I've played a lot of it, I would say.
Yes, I stand corrected.
Yes.
He's played
please, Dory, please.
He's played it enough to give it a grade. However, he's not touched Forza yet, so look out for the giddy spark in his eye when I give him the controller later.
Oh my God, is this real? Is this real? Slidey. Oh! That was kind of bad. Bronze.
Bronze.
I can do that better.
Yeah.
Apparently I can't.
Nope.
Okay, wait. No. Come on. Let's be serious here.
Yeah.
And I can relax again. So was that the last test or the second to last? That was
second to last. And in about 5 minutes-ish, we'll switch to the Xbox.
Yeah.
To give them the same amount of airtime. Although we did do a 5 to 10 minute intro.
I mean, we can do 10 minutes more of this maybe, and actually show some of the races from the next league.
Yeah, one race from the next league, maybe buy a car.
Yeah, we should also just give a small glimpse of the tuning part of the game. So this is city track, and I really like these in Gran Turismo. Not only do I think it's some of the best looking tracks, it's also some of the most fun to drive because they're so compact and they have these really tight corners and everything. So
and there are people.
Yeah, but racing in these sorts of small tight tracks oftentimes makes for some pretty amazing overtaking.
They have barriers between you and the people, so you can't turn GT
This
into
is
GTA.
not Carmageddon, Dory.
Oh, speaking of which, you know they're making a new one. Got kickstarted.
I've never been into. Okay, I've never been into the Carmageddon series.
Interesting.
I mean, I had a couple of friends who, when Carmageddon 2 was released, they were like giddy as small, like schoolgirls at a.
Yeah, I remember I had the demo for Carmageddon, which was only a certain amount of time, and it wasn't enough time to finish the first level.
Okay, so you played that
endlessly, trying to make it happen.
Yeah. Was it even possible, or?
No, I don't think so. And still staying clear of the barriers.
For now, but missing the apex of the corner. Yeah, bronze maybe. Silver. Oh, I can live with that.
Good enough.
No. The thing that the retry button is actually the first button might just be like a small nudge of provocation or something like that. Like you didn't do it properly.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
Maybe if you actually do it well enough,
yeah,
it doesn't go directly to the retry button. You just haven't
exactly.
experienced it
No,
yet.
I haven't at all in this game. That will actually be really fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just got my B license. Dun dun dun.
So you get a go-kart.
Go-kart.
Pink.
Sure. Pink? Blue. Williams blue, man.
No, lilac.
Did you just say that you don't like Williams? Williams Racing?
No, I just thought lilac would fit you better.
No. Of course I want to use this car. So our next race should be go-kart race. Okay.
Yes, let's check out the tuning.
Yes, I was going for that. So, of course, also we should just check out the dealership.
Yeah, let's start with that. We have
because
35.
The amount of cars in this game is insane.
Yes, of course, all licensed.
All licensed. Yeah, I believe
by spec.
The last time I checked, that was a wiki, I believe. The game included 1,207 cars, and I mean, if you just do this, you can kind of imagine.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, that's just the dealers.
BMW.
How many years do they actually cover?
I don't know.
But
like
for example, you want a Porsche Boxster. Which year do they?
Let's check it out. Porsche. This is Europe, so it should be here somewhere. Porsche might not be in the game, but rough is, of course. So we have rough Porsches here.
So let's check another dealer. Check.
Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
So we have.
Oh yeah, they have the old school stuff.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how long they go back, but so pretty much every. I wouldn't say every car, but a lot of the cars you as a car enthusiast has probably dreamed of at some point of time is in the game. And the GT games have always been pretty aggressive about also expanding the roster. Tuning parts, it's pretty simple. You can just buy new stuff, drivetrain, power, different categories under each. Clutches, you know. I should probably just buy something. Oh yeah, I changed. Okay, so I can't buy anything right now because I changed to the racing card.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So switch back. Show us how you.
To the other car, you mean?
Yeah.
Can use start menu, car selection.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Oh, I should.
Oh, I like that. Play the
car sound.
Car sound.
Get in the
Start-
car.
oh.
Clonk.
Yeah.
Car selection here, you can also see, of course, the manufacturer and everything, but
Yeah.
also the points, the PP points, which indicates
Which bracket?
yeah, exactly which bracket, and also drivetrain and everything.
Yeah.
So that will pretty much determine what kind of races you can enter at a later point.
Okay.
Okay, so racing card, and let's just go.
Check out the dealership. Let's
What do we want to see?
just a price of a car.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay, so Bugatti Veyron,
Yeah.
which is one of the.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, of
also
course, still yes.
the super of the supercars,
Yeah,
right? So
we're talking end game here.
yeah, and again, you will be able to make a lot more points later on in the game.
The further you get up in brackets.
Yeah, also probably McLaren should be pretty expensive as well. But you see, those start for 225,000, and that.
So if you try pressing on it to buy it, and
Oh yeah, we might be able to see. Sufficient credits? No. Okay.
yeah, so it doesn't pop up with buy credits right away.
So let's just go for the last race, which is going to be
Sunday Car Junior races.
Junior races.
And the chat. So we have 2 out of 1,200 plus. Got a ways to go.
True. If you want to sponsor us with some real money for microtransactions in the game, I probably shouldn't say this.
No.
Kim,
Don't email us your credit card.
No, I'm
numbers.
sorry. I shouldn't have mentioned that. That was pure nonsense. Our lawyer will go completely crazy. Ignore me.
Oh, they should start now. I thought.
We'll get an instant rim shot.
Yeah, we'll run through this and then we're on to Forza.
Oh yes.
On the one. That's what Microsoft wants it to be referred to, right? The one.
The one. Probably. You gotta love racing go-karts, both in real life and in a game like this.
Yeah.
They're just so floaty, but yet still responsive.
I flipped one of those once.
Flipped one?
Yeah.
How?
Well, it was in Iceland. It was a subpar.
Of course it was in Iceland.
A subpar racetrack that was kind of set up, and then there was an embankment.
Yeah.
And then tires. So I fell down and hit the tires, and when I hit the tires, it flipped over.
Oh, okay. I actually thought like you crashed into something with full speed.
No.
And
I went off the track and went down the embankment and when I hit the tires and flipped.
Yeah.
So
did
it only hurt a little bit.
Did it roll on top of you?
No, I was like on top of the tires.
Okay.
Stuff.
Yes.
Oh, that I like that view. That's cool.
Cockpit view. Yeah, this is. Oh, I don't know why, but for me, playing from this view is really, really hard with the controller. Whereas with the wheel, it seems, of course, much more natural.
You can't set the controller to use the gyro at all, can you?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
No.
And also playing like that, insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was what an hour's worth of racing in GT6.
Shows you kind of the level of progression.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so. And again, for those of you who are just waiting for that, when we switch to the Xbox One and Forza Motorsport 5, we are not doing a comparison or any sort of stuff like that. is just us enjoying racing games. So don't
especially since it wouldn't be fair with you having actually spent enough time with this game to review it, and having your very first hands-on with the Forza.
Yeah, prepare to just see me giggle like a little schoolgirl.
Yes. But speaking of that, I'm gonna go and set it up.
Okay. So if you have a PlayStation 3 and you're considering buying Gran Turismo 6, I mean, I gave it a 6 out of 10, which of course some people were kind of disappointed by, but by that I don't mean that it's an unplayable game or anything. It's just the sort of game that I would like to have seen make a bigger progression from the previous game. There's definitely a lot of hours in the game, and there's definitely something for most racing fans, but as the complete package, I think there's better games on the market.
Yes. And we are on to the ever-long Xbox One load-up screen.
Yeah.
But I will hand over the controller. Yes.
Like this?
It's not quite as dramatic from your vantage point. Let me see that again. There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you hip up Cam.
And immediately I feel more at home with the controller.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Feels good?
Again, I almost haven't played anything with the Xbox One controller, but I've never been, and that's not as it regards to Gran Turismo 6, I've never been a big fan of the DualShock 3 control because of my big hands. I don't know what's going on with the console.
No, it's a black screen for a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, it takes time.
Okay. So I'm really looking forward to actually trying a racing game with this.
Yep. The thing is, we have started up Forza before on this user.
Yeah.
Nick drove around a little bit, so it's not
well,
quite
Nick,
fresh. It's fresh for you.
Nick tried to drive around a little bit, right?
I mean, I don't know. I think he did okay.
Okay. This does take a while.
I'm starting to get doubts.
Yeah, let's reset the console, right? I mean, this would just
10
be
more seconds.
A big tease, wouldn't it?
Yep.
My first go at Forza on the Xbox One, and the console just breaks down. Explosion. Come on, Xbox.
I have put the HDMI. Oh, let's not get a plumber here.
Again, I'll do this. Yeah, it's not as dramatic as story did.
Yeah, we did have a signal earlier.
Yeah, it did show the boot up. So for those who don't know the Forza Motorsport series, I don't think there's any question that this started out, well, pretty much still is the competitor, the main competitor to Gran Turismo 6. And whereas it started out, I would say, almost kind of weak on the first Xbox, Microsoft sure turned it around with the introduction of Turn 10, just letting Turn 10 develop the game. And from, what was it? Forza Motorsport 3 and the next couple of games, 4 and now 5, it has become one of the best series, complete packages on the market, I would say. I was not completely encaptured by Forza Horizon, but that was like a sidetrack for the series.
And we have signal, we have the Xbox One logo.
Come on, Xbox,
now
you can do this. You can load your own game.
A smart person would have started up the Xbox One and have it just running on the side, but that is not me. Oh, and let's remind people as well, we have an extra copy of Gran Turismo 6 that Lee got us. It's not a very fancy package, but it is the game. And I think what we're going to do something a little bit different.
Okay.
So instead of giving it to somebody right now in the chat, we'll try to activate some of our many users that view the replay of the stream.
Cool.
So we're going to put this up, and we're going to make news pieces in all the countries. It's also going to be on YouTube, so if you're watching it there, this also applies to you. Make a comment about, you decide how long it is. We don't need like 500 words or something, but just your experience with the Gran Turismo series.
Yeah.
Like a highlight, or, you know, be creative with it.
Yeah.
We'll go through all the comments on the news pieces, on the video on the site, on YouTube. We'll pick one by the end of the week, and you will win Gran Turismo 6 if your penmanship makes the cut.
Deserves it.
Yes.
Okay, so we are having some technical difficulties right now.
Yeah, this black screen is longer than...
maybe try starting up the console without the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it might work. Xbox, you are teasing me. Actually, I wonder if that would have worked if we had put Kinect to the console.
Xbox, stop.
Stop teasing me.
But it's weird because we had the signal, we had it boot up, and there we go.
Did you do anything?
I took the game out and put it back in.
Who
So
recommended
pro
that?
tip to you Xbox One owners out there, if you have the same problem.
I haven't even tried the game before, and I just solved the problem.
Just pull it out and stick it right back in. That usually works. Turn 10.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, there's a lot of questions I have for this game that I would like to see solved, or answered, I should say. One of them, unfortunately, we won't be able to today.
And it goes back to black.
That's the sound, and because the game might not even be working. Oh, wait. Ooh.
Yes, just a refresh on the HDMI. So, we have picture now, soon in the stream, you will as well. Do we have audio? Yep.
Gamereactor Live.
Yeah, Gamereactor Live. There we go.
Hello, game!
Now we want to go online, right? Because we want to try some drive-a-tar action.
It was just the sync of the save game, I believe.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Oh, you next-gen stuff.
Oh, yes.
So, Marketplace coming soon. We have Career Rivals, multiplayer, free play.
Yeah, let's just start the
Check
career.
out, let's go directly into tune and upgrade, and let's see what car we have.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't believe we have any car.
Quick Upgrade automatically calculates the optimal upgrades to install and instantly applies them to your current car.
I mean, I take it it's like in the previous Forza series, but one of the things I always liked about the tuning part in Forza is that you can actually make the car not only suggest a proper, or the game not only suggest a proper car for the race you're going to race, but also recommend a tune-up.
Yeah, the tune-up, yeah.
Yeah. And as most of you who are pretty serious about tuning have probably experienced, the tune-up is just like a recommendation.
Yeah.
You can definitely make it better yourself.
Yeah, fine. That's, do they have the showroom? As
the Auto Vista?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's also in the game. And it has to be said that this actually is pretty much the Auto Vista.
Yeah.
Continue career. The detail that was in the Auto Vista in Forza Motorsport 4, they say is actually the detail that is now in all the cars. and those cars looked pretty damn
that
impressive.
pre-rendered level of detail is now the default of the car models that's in game.
It wasn't pre-rendered before.
Oh, it wasn't. No.
No. It was just the whole
everything.
Was, you know.
They put everything into the car.
Okay, so let's just.
So yeah, he's completed 4 gold events out of 13.
Yeah, I will just try this. Oh, it's Clarkson.
The Clark.
You stuck a big engine in the front, and then you took it out again and replaced it with an even bigger one. In 1973, the Middle Eastern men who made all the petrol decided they didn't want to give it away for free anymore. Fortunately, some clever men...
Seriously, I'm getting all giddy here. I might actually just steal the console tonight.
They'll have to go through me.
It's a pretty game, all right.
Yeah, so a couple of questions from the chat. First one about the competition. It's comments on our site and on YouTube as well.
And it doesn't need to be long or anything. Just let us know. What was it?
Yeah, your experience with Gran Turismo, a highlight, a nice description of driving a car down a certain track with the lighting effects. You know, get creative with it. But we will read all the comments, and we'll do it on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're afraid that your comments will get lost in within all the other comments, fret not. If it's good enough, we'll read it and choose it. Yeah, basically. So, second question. Now that we finally have it running and the Clarkson has spoken, comment a little bit about how the new controller feels in your hands, the triggers, the stuff like that. When we get driving, we'll
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Buy with credits. I didn't even see the price.
And R2 wants to know if there's a Reliant Robin.
Shut up, R2. I want to go race. Don't make me go through tons of menus again. Again, it's almost like both games know me because they have both like tickled my fancy by letting me race in Silverstone, and that is one of my favorite tracks. Actually, I've even raced there in real life, and I badly want to go back.
Oh, the joys of being a computer game journalist.
Yeah, we are pretty spoiled sometimes, I will say.
It wasn't you that got to go to Porsche in Germany, right?
Nope,
no.
someone stole that from
R2,
me.
I think.
Yeah, if he's on the chat right now, would you please write to him? Oh, he can actually listen to this. R2, you son of a bitch. Many lap records you can beat during the race.
So who are you competing against here? AI. But the AI is Drivatar.
Yes, I think so.
Meaning it is other players, basically.
Oh. I'm back. I'm back. There's no way you're bringing home this console tonight, Dory.
But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong here. There is no actual AI in the game. The AI players that you play against is the Drivatar AI, which is the cloud-collected stats of other players.
Yeah.
And of course, what they've pre-done and what they've done within Turn 10 previously. So it's AI.
It's AI. It's just AI based on algorithms made of other players.
Yeah. But if you really spank one of these guys, they'll get a message that they had a race and lost, and now you're a rival.
Yeah, I'm messing up pretty badly right now. I just used it. It's because I want to change your view.
Oh yeah, but instead you backtracked.
Rewinded.
You cheater.
It's not cheating.
R2 Porsche test track at Leipzig was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I can hear the rumble of the controller and the triggers.
Oh yeah.
Is it in the triggers or is it the actual controller rumbling?
No, it's in the triggers.
Yeah.
It simulates the gas pedal, of course,
Yeah.
how hard I push it, and the brakes. The
Okay.
core. And I'm getting smashed, by the way. I'm on 12th out of 16. And this probably isn't the point of time I should say this, because it will come off as a weak excuse. But one of the points I read about the new game is that you don't necessarily have to race for first place every time. It's not the sort of game
Okay.
where that's the only goal. They want the races to, be more realistic in that if you start from last place, you will not always make first place, but you will have a proper race because
and you will progress.
Yeah, and you'll be racing like close racing for 10th or maybe 8th or something like that, and feel that that's a huge achievement.
Yeah. And you started 16, and then you made 11th. That means maybe then the next race you'll get a better starting point, meaning you'll be fighting for
and
a higher place.
apparently also the amount of credits you receive. Oh, that was pretty sweet overtake. Are the same.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
already we can see. We said we weren't gonna make a comparison. I'm gonna do it right here anyway. The damage modeling is, it's present here.
Yeah, it's not even because I think that has been like properly demonstrated yet. It's definitely more noticeable. But what I really see here is that the racing between the computer controlled cars, the AI cars, is actually happening, which is something that lacks from a lot of other a lot of other car games. Just the fact that you see like four cars here competing for, 8th place or something like that.
Yeah.
But
with the rumble, going back to the rumble in the triggers, does it give you a more sense of accuracy, or?
I would probably have to set up the car to really answer that to my preferences. Because. Right now, this is my first race in the game ever. It doesn't really, I don't think. The brake is pretty sweet, but I don't think it really adds something to the game.
Okay.
Or adds that much to the game. But then again, that might just be because I'm not really in tune with how this car handles.
Yeah.
But
you don't feel like you naturally get a better edge on, how hard to press the gas.
I'll just drive over.
Perfect turn.
I was actually aiming for the curb, just so that I can feel how the rumble in the controller differs in the controller itself and in the triggers, and it actually is really noticeable. And again, it might just be me, and this is not because it's an Xbox One game, but doesn't the game, or doesn't the race itself feel more like alive?
Yeah.
Somehow than...
It also might be because you're driving from inside the car while...
Yeah, it has to be said, I'm desperately trying here to get outside the car.
Oh, you just removed the HUD? Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting though, that you can actually pull up the standings in the race.
I bet you I can also get the game to provide me with all kinds of data as it regards to the car and the G forces that's been enjoyed in the car.
You're actually doing pretty well. You're here in second place, although there is quite a ways to go to the first place.
Yeah, how many laps?
This is lap 2 of 2, and you're coming up on the home stretch.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I need to find a button to let me go outside the car, change up the view. And of course we've gone to a next-gen console, and the graphics definitely noticeable, as they should be, are of high fidelity.
Yeah. I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, the damage clearly visible.
Yeah.
Damn it. Now I need to spend a lot of money on an Xbox One.
Gotta set up that import.
Yes.
You can see whose records you beat. You can also see who your next run
Zero
was.
Minotaur.
Press
Yeah,
You're currently ranked 201,318th in the world.
Yes! Just what I was aiming for.
We now travel to the Indian
I would like to see, after having spent like 20 or 30 hours with the game, if the game, as some have said, still feels like it was rushed to make the release. I mean,
There's talks about it being rushed?
not necessarily rushed, but definitely not taking the same step as there was in between the other games, because it's a game that reuses a lot of the same ideas.
Yeah. I mean, from interviews that we've done with, I'm not even going to try to say his name, but the game director.
Then Greenwald?
Oh no, yeah, it's the spelling that's
Yeah,
weird.
Greenwald.
Greenwald, yeah. Anyway.
I hope I'm
from his
pronouncing-
interviews
Yeah.
that we've done with him, especially the one at E3, I mean, it seems like that a lot of preparation went into this game, and not only into the game, but also how it works with the Xbox One. And there are components in the Xbox One that are tailored to how this game works.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, there it is.
but yeah, I don't know that with the lighting, it for me it hits a little bit into that uncanny valley feeling. It's so close to being photorealistic that it's not.
Yeah, that might be true. One of the things we talked about before, I just realized about how this might seem a bit more alive, is probably, I believe, the GT6 is locked at 30 frames per second, whereas the Forza series have always maintained a pretty steady 60 frames per second.
That's always been very important to them.
Yeah, and I mean, and again, that's not only a critique of GT series, but I really do believe that especially car games, where the sensation of speed is so important, needs to run at 60 frames per second.
It right there when you hit another racer there, it gave you a prompt to rewind if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Is that a limited resource?
Nope.
Where you can just, as soon as you hit somebody, you rewind and you get a perfect game.
Yeah.
A perfect...
I believe. I mean, it's always been a question of temperament. I would say player temperament, if you want to use it or not.
And obviously, it's something that you can't use in an online race.
Yeah.
So it's here for practice purposes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the way that other cars react when I ram them, which is something you probably shouldn't do in a race, is much more lifelike. Again, I don't mean to let this be a comparison or anything, but there are some.
No, you can't do the comparison until Gran Turismo comes out on the PS4.
Sensation of speed is pretty goddamn high. Yeah, and I will say that a lot of the critiques I had of GT6 are critiques that I based on my experience with previous Forza games. So it's not completely unrealistic in that this is an Xbox One game and the other is a PlayStation 3 game.
Yeah.
It's also going to be really interesting in a couple of years when the developers have had a lot of time with the consoles to see what kind of graphical leap we will take, because this is already a great looking game, just like launch games were on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 and everything.
Yeah, and I mean, that's one of the most interesting things that came out of us doing the launch live streams on both the PS3 and the Xbox 360, where we look back at the launch titles that came with those consoles, that the leaps and bounds in gameplay and graphics and even aesthetics for most of the games. It's just crazy.
I always...
Which is why people look at this and some of these games and say, okay, yeah, it looks a little bit better, but where's the leap? The leap comes in the next year or two.
Yeah, I always use God of War series and Gears of War, funnily enough, as arguments for that. Because if you see the first Gears of War game on the 360, when it was released, it pretty much blew everyone's mind how good it looked.
Yeah.
If you see Gears of War 3, it's like 10 times better looking game with all sorts of stuff happening on screen. And if, as they should be, they're able to take the same leap again with these consoles, I mean, man, it's gonna be impressive. And again, I believe I saw one of the interviews where Dan Greenwald talked about this game actually using close to 100% of the Xbox One. But of course, I mean, it's I'm not this game.
They're using 100% of what was available to them now, what they could squeeze out of it.
And the tools are gonna get far better and everything. So so it's kind of fun to imagine that.
I mean, they crunched the numbers as much as they could.
Yeah.
Now somebody's gonna crunch them even harder.
Yeah, and they're gonna develop far better libraries and tools and everything. But I think. I sometimes think that people think that there's like only one way of measuring performance on a console. Like, again, you see drivers crashing, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Whereas...
because I mean, these feel like
you
players racing.
Actually, you actually see 5-6 cars right now taking different lines throughout the same corner. Yeah. Because they are competing with each other.
Yeah, and because they are, well, presumably because they are based on the actual behavior of the players that own them.
Yeah. Okay, the brake thing with the trigger is actually pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not as...
But you can also turn that off if you want to.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah. If it becomes bothersome.
Too much. Oh, this corner is insane.
Oof, 13th place.
Yeah.
Lucky number 13.
One of the first racing games I remember using proper AI was Toka Race Driver from Codemasters. Yep. Codemasters, of course, is one of my favorite developers when it comes to racing games. They can do pretty much nothing wrong. And I remember at that point in time, and that's a lot of years ago, one of the things that impressed me the most was the infighting between the different AI cars. And it's kind of fun that you play a racing game like this today, and still it's the same thing that impresses you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the detail in the AI is far more impressive today, but still, it just makes for
when you see somebody trying to cut the line and somebody
there was just another
one cuts him off
that actually tried to outbrake me on the inside, which is a pretty gruesome detail to do in a race.
Now there is one thing that I have to say, comparing this again to Gran Turismo.
Which we said we weren't going to do.
But it's the lighting. This game has lens flares like this, for example. I am not a fan of lens flares in games. Maybe it makes sense with this view, because presumably you are a camera following the car.
Exactly.
But when you are when you are the driver and you get lens flares, that just doesn't make sense.
No.
And it's annoying.
But you should probably explain why.
I mean, lens flares come from... They're called lens flare for a reason. It's the lens in the camera.
I know. It's not me you should explain.
No. But it's a small little pet peeve from playing Battlefield.
Oh, it's
And-
also present in Battlefield?
Yeah, Battlefield 3 and 4. I mean, it's Lens Flare City.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But I get how it makes it look more cinematic,
Mm.
especially with movies from J.J. Abrams, like Star Trek, stuff like that, where there's lens flares everywhere.
Perfect.
It gives it a feel.
Yeah.
But
A texture.
yeah, sure. But when you are supposed to be immersed into an actual person that you're controlling,
Yeah.
it doesn't quite work. Anyway, rant over.
No, I definitely get what you're saying. I mean, it doesn't bother me to the same extent, but I mean, I won't talk on his or talk for him, but I think that's also some of the sort of details that our Swedish editor, who's a giant racing buff, also really not hates, but is really annoyed by. I mean, I remember having discussions with him about the smallest of details, like camera details and sort of that sort of stuff, and just remember him being really bothered about it, probably because he has a real racing background.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to start a fight here from the chat. User Clegg, responding to your earlier statement, Codemasters, nothing wrong. Grid 2! Exclamation point. What a disappointment! Exclamation point. The first game was outstanding, but man, did they drop the ball with a sequel! Exclamation point.
You know what, Clegg? I even reviewed Grid 2, and I might have to agree with you.
Well, that was less heated than I expected.
No, but he does have a point, and from my perspective at least, the first Grid game was everything that sort of game needed to be. I mean, it was close to perfect.
Yeah.
And my expectation for Grid 2 was probably pretty unrealistic, because it was a game that can't even remember how many years there was in between the two games. But when it arrived, it had been a lot of years, and I mean, my expectations had just kept climbing. Right?
Building.
Yeah, building. Yes, I did review the game. I did really like it, but in retrospective, I might not be as positive about it as I was.
But it had that feature. What was it called? Or was that? You know, where you're on a track and you're doing donuts and...
That's Dirt.
That wasn't Dirt.
Yeah, that's Dirt.
Ah.
It's called like auto gymnastics or something.
Gymkhana.
Gymkhana, yes, yeah. Gymkhana. That's true. So yeah, I must probably admit that Grid 2 wasn't the game it was supposed to be, and also I didn't like the controls in Grid 2, and that's actually strange, because one of the things that Codemasters almost always get perfect are the controls, especially with the controller, strange enough. I mean, they are some of the best at just making you feel like you're really in control. If you want proof of that, definitely go for F1 2013. Yep. That has amazing controls, and they are controls tuned for a controller. Actually, it's one of the few series that I actually almost feel like plays better with a controller than
a wheel.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, it might just be me, but they just have some sort of secret ingredient.
Yeah. But okay, let's touch a little bit back on Forza Motorsport 5 here. Mm-hmm. You are in career mode, driving the same Eclipse.
Yeah. Oh.
And getting a very nice starting point here. But I'm thinking progression.
What about...
Forza Motorsport 5 also has microtransactions to unlock cars. However, I noticed earlier that you can go into races with way more powerful cars. I went into one with a McLaren.
Oh yeah?
But then you rent the car and you get no XP.
Okay.
So then it's just, you know, if you want to jump into a race and have fun with a nice powerful car, you do that, but you don't progress.
Okay.
So in order to progress, you either need to grind or microtransactions.
Yeah.
And some of the prices, I've heard complaints about the prices.
Yeah, me as well.
I mean,
Me too.
and yeah, I can see that point. However,
Sorry.
like we said before, being able to just grind it out in a not
I heard some critique of the grind in Forza Motorsport 5 being way more extensive than it is in GT6.
Yeah.
Again, I wouldn't be able to tell because this is my first experience with the game. But as I mentioned before, it isn't really that big of a problem in GT6.
I mean, if you are playing the game, then you just play it and you
Looks good.
yeah. And it feels fast.
Yeah. Yeah, the sense of speed in this game, sensation of speed.
And I like this race actually. You're playing against 4 people,
Oof.
but the track is littered with
See?
Sunday drivers.
Yeah. Let me just rewind here, because
Tramblin is asking, what's the worst racing game you guys ever played?
Oh, let me think about that. I'm doing it again. Worst racing game I've ever played. Shit.
I'm going to jump in with a cop-out answer.
Yeah.
Yes, one of the Mario Kart games, because that ruined so many friendships.
I just figured you were going to say Mario Kart 64 because that was kind of a weak point of the series, I believe.
I don't even remember the numbers of the Mario Karts that I played.
Okay, let me rephrase the question because no, I pushed cancel. That was stupid.
No, but you can rewind again.
Okay. I would say one of the biggest shocks I got from how immediately disappointed I was about a racing game,
Yeah.
and this is not to troll anyone, was actually GT5.
Okay.
I expected far more from GT5, and it got better as you put more hours into it, definitely. But the first couple of hours with GT5, I was...
Lackluster.
No, I was stunned.
Ah.
I was stunned about what was missing from the game, what was in the game, how it was all put together. And that has, almost all of those points have definitely become better in GT6.
Yeah. So it's not the worst game, but
No,
it's the
no.
worst experience.
Yeah, it's the most shocking experience,
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say. Okay, I keep messing around with this. I probably just should get racing.
Yeah.
Okay.
See if you can get around this Jeep. Nope.
Nope. I have to crash into them apparently. Ooh, this
And I mean,
won't be pretty.
I don't really play a lot of racing games, so I don't have a proper answer to that question.
Okay. But I mean,
Although we played Need for Speed Most Wanted on the one of the live streams the other day, the original
yeah,
Most Wanted,
I
and
was-
that was just laughable.
it probably is today.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of hours on that when it was released.
Yeah, I'm talking a couple of weeks ago, not a couple of years ago.
Yeah. And I remember that game had such a strange way of demonstrating speed.
And Clake, again in the chat, Mario Kart 64, weak point. Are you trying to make enemies, Thomas?
It was. It was. I'm sorry, but comparing Mario Kart 64 to the Super Nintendo version, and it's a clearly inferior game. I mean, we can also include the GameCube version as one of the weak points of the Mario Kart series, but that doesn't exclude Mario Kart 64. It has Mario Kart 64 had some great ideas that were later on improved.
Yeah, implemented properly.
Yeah.
That makes me wonder, have we gotten a Mario Kart for the Wii U yet?
No, not yet, but it is on its way, and I'm looking forward to it because the 3DS version
Oh, it was great.
was pretty
Really
damn
nice.
great. Yeah.
Also, I love the street pass function in that, where
I can't even remember that.
well, you would race against the ghost of somebody that you passed.
Ah,
So then I think it was at Gamescom where on the first day I met somebody who beaten my ghost, and then I raced against them several times back at the hotel, came back, and I passed him again
yeah.
after I beat him. That was
It's pretty fun to think of all the critique that Nintendo get for its online features and you know, everything that they're not doing with their games. But Street Pass is actually providing some pretty good ideas.
yeah. Man,
That-
this looks so like the tarmac.
Yeah.
Sorry, cut you off, but it's just this looks
Ooh.
excellent.
Yeah, it really does. I love the idea that people just tuning into the stream right now just heard us talking about
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, and they're just sitting there. What the hell?
This looks like Forza.
Yeah.
Man, Nintendo really upped their game.
Man, are you
What a
guys
different
only into
artistic choice.
arcade racers, or what's wrong with you guys?
Yes. But on that point, for those that have just tuned in, got home from work, we are currently... Hello, and welcome to Gamereactor Live. We're currently playing Forza Motorsport 5 on the Xbox One. Thomas finally getting his grubby fingers on it. We've previously been playing Gran Turismo 6. Yes, that's the number. And
15 years of Gran Turismo.
exactly, on the PS3. Still hasn't been announced for the PS4, but we're pretty sure it's gonna get there.
I mean,
Eventually.
that's probably a safe bet.
Yes. But we have an extra copy of Gran Turismo 6. Hip Hop Cam.
Come on, Sultan.
Yes. Which we're going to be giving away to all of you watching who just tuned in. Watch the replay either on our site or on YouTube. There will be news pieces up in all the countries. Comment there with a small little ditty about your experience with the Gran Turismo series. It can be a short little blip or let's set a limit. 200 words.
200 characters.
Characters, I mean,
Yeah.
yes, 200 characters max. And we'll go through all of them on Friday. Every news piece, every video and YouTube and all of it, and read all of it. Choose the best one and give you a chance to win Gran Turismo 6 for the PS3.
And the reason I just freaked out before is not only because we're giving Gran Turismo away, it's also because we're now racing on Bathurst.
But let's do that, and we have around 13 minutes left.
Okay.
So we'll do this race.
Yep.
Then we'll go back and we'll try multiplayer race. We'll check the tuning, see what cars we own, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Go through some of the menus and check how much we've actually progressed.
Yep. Good idea. Ooh. Wow.
Aggressive.
And that, for once, wasn't actually my fault, I would say.
Well, you were driving too slow.
Yeah, so
In their
that's
way.
True. That's true. "60 frames per second in a racing game really is the way to go." Oh man, I've been overtaken on the straights. Oosh.
That just means you have to corner perfectly.
Which I am not doing.
9 out of 16.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Going pinball here.
Can you switch the miles per hour to kilometers?
Yeah, I would.
Well, let's
I
hope
think
so. Damn American developers.
Oh, that really shouldn't be a problem. Oh, again. Almost.
Get through there. Too late.
Yeah, but this, I mean, this feels like racing. I'm competing with other cars who actually have their own, who actually have their own idea of how they should
how to run
overtake.
the track.
Yeah. That's pretty special. Oh, come on, that was my fault. Oop.
So did you just switch the view in order to say, oh, I need to rewind and to cover up your mistake there?
Sure. Let's.
Sneaky.
No, I got rammed first. And I actually just pushed a lot of buttons because I wanted to rewind. Oh, this is turning into stock car.
Beautiful vistas.
And insane track, Bathurst. Yeah, I would really like to give this game a go with a proper steering wheel. Oh did you see that? Watch this. I push all the buttons again. Watch this. Watch that car, number 6, right?
Yeah.
He's actually backing out into the grid in the middle of a race.
Nice.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, he really smacked straight into Microbic Loki 799.
Dude, you're insane.
Yeah, I'd like to see him, his actual racer, not just his drivatar. Oh, they're having a vote in the chat. Is a beard off?
Oh, sweet.
Currently winning. Obviously.
You do have the crazy beard. Oh, meow. I'm power sliding.
Waggly payload. Going down.
Bitch.
Oh no. No need for
Oh,
profanity.
I'm sorry. I got caught up by
You son of a bitch.
the whole racing thing. This car is understeering. Should probably have spent some time on setting it up properly. Has massive understeer. The gear ratio is all wrong.
Now the car is automatically repaired between races, obviously.
Seems like
But
it.
that would be an interesting mechanic if you had to go in and actually fix it.
Yeah,
Annoying in the long run.
there was a long time ago a game series called Juiced, car game, and that was pretty stringent about that sort of stuff. I mean, you just ended up using all your credits repairing your own cars. Coincidentally, also a series that our Swedish editor loved.
Yes,
Oh, this is not pretty.
but it's effective.
It is. Oh, the shadows are pretty nice, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, the sun is going down, I think.
Yeah.
It's,
Never let go of the speeder on uphill. Shit. Oh,
keep
come
it
on.
steady.
Yeah,
And on the road would be fine as well.
Yeah, and also this was on a straight, so I'm really gonna lose time on this.
Stampy Ethan. Taken down.
I will say, going from the 360 controller to this,
Yep.
it will take some time to get used to the triggers.
Yeah, but is it the triggers or the bumpers? Because for me, the triggers felt very natural, but the bumpers...
I haven't used the bumpers yet, but the triggers are far more loose than they were on the 360.
Ah,
And I usually prefer...
so they're not as tactile, or...
It's hard to say, because I will have to play some more with it. But I usually like a bit more resistance in the triggers. I mean, I currently have a tendency to just, go from no speed to full speed, which is definitely not the way you should go about driving in a game like
But
this.
you also have an automatic shift.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But also as it regards to braking, it's usually just full brake, which eats up the tires. Okay, what lab is this?
We got 5 minutes that we should come up with a winner.
No, we're gonna do that, yeah.
Yeah, but
gonna be in
we
the
will
comments.
go out to look at some other cars. And
Oh,
maybe
new
some-
badge and title.
See?
Plus 10 gamer score. I like the new announcement that it's more
Yeah.
animated.
And so green. But I can't even remember. Do you remember? Have they announced a proper wheel? Oh yeah, Mad Catz announced a
Yeah.
wheel for the Xbox One.
Right away. Right.
Yeah.
So you took silver there. But yeah, let's jump back to the menu. We have about 5 minutes.
Yep.
Might go a couple of minutes long.
Yeah.
Just to take a proper look at this.
We used way too much time just getting the console to work.
Yeah.
Now we return to Dunsfold Aerodrome for another
Oh, that's actually the Top Gear track.
Top Gear test track.
Ooh, with the hammerhead and.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, I'll quit it as soon as possible.
Speaking of loading,
Oh yeah. At least I don't have to push through as many menus.
The gold pins are key as
Oh, it's Top Gear Bolton. That's pretty sweet.
uh,
Have you ever tried that?
no.
You want to give it a go?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see how many pins.
Stiggy.
Here you can read over the chat and see how I dominated the beard off.
I agree completely with Benke, who says Thomas looks a bit more groomed, Dory more like a wild man.
Yep.
Clag actually writes, I will have Dory also. Beautiful, Clag.
Oh. Losing track of the track.
Branko gives you tips as how you could make yourself look like Santa.
Yep.
Sweet. Thank you, Branko. And Bing actually takes pity on me. And
Yep, you get the pity vote.
yeah.
No.
Thank you, Branko. He says, I think it's more of a pity vote again, but he says he also loves my beard, which of course means a bunch to me. So thank you.
But yes, let's quickly jump.
Come on, Xbox One.
Xbox menu. No, yeah, we don't have the Kinect.
Xbox menu, fast, now, turbo.
No, don't just press the buttons. You'll just jump into the next race.
Might be true.
There we
Okay,
go.
so, oh, there it is. No, continue, restart. But I want to go out into the menus.
I guess you have to continue through the post race.
Yeah. I like this press Y to level faster. I wonder what that means.
Oh. Oh yeah, then you spend tokens
Yeah.
on XP boost.
And tokens, of course, you buy with proper money. Okay, so I will let it load this race and hopefully be able to go into the menus. Oh, come on! It's Yas Marina. That's also an insanely great track.
It's just tempting you.
Yeah,
Keeps
it
on
is.
tempting you onwards.
Come on, Thomas, play another round.
Just one more round. Don't go to the menu. Don't quit.
Have you ever seen this track?
Mm.
It's so amazing to look
Yeah,
at.
Abu Dhabi. All that oil money, man.
Yep. Have you seen a Ferrari world in the middle of it? Oh.
No.
Okay, that's insane. And the pit exit they use here in Formula One and this track is probably one of the most insane I've ever seen because they go like down through a tunnel, up, and I believe to the right, and it's so extremely tight. Okay, so
Finally,
Quit.
we can quit. Yeah, and Yeah, we're actually out of time now, but we'll spend 10 extra minutes here on looking at the menu.
It says you have a message from Turn 10. I do believe they just wrote me to say, Thomas, you're doing an excellent job.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's probably
You're welcome. Turn 10.
Drivatar award available.
Okay, so what should we go into?
So go back.
Oh, it actually had, you asked about that before. I just wanted to, it has Forza Vista.
No, yeah.
Okay, should we just check that out?
Yeah, let's check out, for example, the marketplace.
Coming soon, it says.
No,
so
yeah.
we probably can't.
No.
Tune upgrade.
Yeah.
Didn't we try this before?
Automatically calculates the
Shut up.
optimal upgrade
Yeah, so you're in the quick upgrade
instantly
upgrade now.
applies them to your current car.
Yeah, but that's...
And please press don't show this message again.
I didn't. So that's what I talked about before. You can make it
Exactly.
come up with a recommendation, which is a really nice feature. But as always, for proper play, definitely go in and fine-tune the finer details so that they suit your driving style.
Do you know which is credits and which is tokens? Credits is what you earn in-game, and
Yeah.
tokens is what you buy.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Free play?
In free play, you can set rules
Well, let's try jumping into a multiplayer match and see.
challenge.
Probably won't be able to set up a multiplayer match in within 10 minutes.
We'll put that on the schedule.
Yeah. So let's just go for free race where okay. I
Oh.
thought I would be able to choose
Select
a
the
car
track.
and a
and a
car.
car.
I did talk about before in the GT part of this stream that I liked city tracks, so this should be great as well.
And while this is loading, I'll start wrapping up. This has been Gamereactor Live, and we took a look at GT6 and Forza Motorsport 5.
Celebrating everything that is great in video game racing.
Yes, if you joined in late, fret not, because we'll have this recording up on our site and on YouTube. Toot sweet. Oh, fancy.
It's the same car again.
Well, how dare you, Thomas?
I'm sorry, it's the same car again.
Yeah, but don't forget to check out our site for news every single day, articles, reviews in text form in your local language. We're globetrotting now. Also
Make sure to subscribe.
be sure to subscribe. Also, you can get our printed magazine at your local gaming vendor. If not, ask for it. If they don't want to stock it, well, you can have it delivered to your home, or just get our iPad magazine. And we also have an Android app and iOS app and all that jazz. And you
All
should
that
be
jazz.
watching us live on your Samsung Smart TV with our
Nice.
Gamereactor app, which default shows the live stream live whenever you log on and we are broadcasting.
If you do all that, you will be able to see me just mess
I'm-
up completely.
Yes,
right
I'm
now.
gonna cut you off here in the menus. You're
Please don't. Just
you're-
one.
you're
more
not
race.
getting anywhere.
Yeah, select car. See, let me choose. Okay.
Oh, and here you can
car.
rent a car.
Yeah, I'm gonna rent something.
You can borrow this car for
Yeah. Shut up.
credits or
You're very nice, but please shut up. I don't mean to be rude.
And then you press OK.
Ooh. Audio R8. Oi.
Yeah, let's select that one. Yeah, and let's just see you spin out for a minute.
Select track.
This is actually pretty nice. You can actually just go and play with almost any car you want at any track.
Spa, to me, is the greatest racing track in the world.
But it's in Belgium. No offense.
It is. I mean, I'll just let it speak for itself. I wish I had the skills of Kimi Räikkönen to actually show how this game is, or how this track is properly raced, because he's godly on this track. You see that you start from the problem. He actually overtakes. I'm just amazed. It's a really great track, and hopefully I'll be able to keep the car on the track.
Yes. But what I'm gonna do, we're gonna cut off the cameras, we're gonna cut off our microphones, tune up the in-game audio, and just end this stream with one lap of Thomas trying to drive this car around
Trying.
the track. Yes.
Huge on the score.
So, thanks for watching, and see
Thank
you
you
on the flip side.
Thank you.